Hello and welcome along to episode 5 of this Ballymena United FM21 Mobile story. We're back exactly at the halfway point of the season now as we play our 19th game away at Glentoran, and then we've got our 20th at home to Crusaders as well as we edge towards the end of a January transfer window that's been a bit frustrating for us as a club. But we're just sneaking in that top half and the Danske Bank Premiership table is closer than ever. So if you're looking forward to this one and still enjoying the series, please do chuck a thumbs up on it. Subscribe for daily content from the full game. We've got 2 long-term stories in the head coach and building Bangor City. And a new live stream series starts tomorrow morning at 10:30. So please do come along, get involved with the fun. And we'll have plenty of football chat after an FA Cup weekend, after loads of EFL action as well, and non-league football continuing too. Plenty to get involved in, so I hope you're enjoying it. But let's have a look at the table, because it's a pretty remarkable one. I mean, it's got a little bit more stretched in the last couple of games, but we're 4 points off the top, in 6th place. We play against Glentoran, who are 9th, just 7 points behind us. And to be fair, the bottom 2 are sort of getting cut adrift now, but otherwise, it's been a very close season and a bit interesting. As part of the season, we have had a couple of outs as well, unfortunately listed in value order, so they're not in the right order here. But James Knowles, who's been a fringe player in the squad, he's gone to H&W Welders for £1,000. And then Tony Kane, the experienced midfielder, the only reason he didn't leave in the summer is because he was injured towards the end of the window. He's gone to Queen's University for £500. If we go and switch to the players in though, just the one that's joined in this month so far, but it's a pretty good player in Dan Gardner. Now, someone we had in our beta livestream series with Wigan from the full game and barely used because he wasn't good enough there, but he certainly is here. He's a 2.5-star playmaker on 350 quid a week, and he looks a solid pro. He's played pretty well so far, and as a result of him joining and a few other bits coming together, we're in pretty decent form. So let's go and take a look. So if I run through the results quickly for you, we were here for Larne and Cliftonville, of course, 2 really good performances. We followed that up with a cracking 4-1 win at home to Warren Point, despite resting a few players ahead of the busy winter schedule. We drew 0-0 away at Dungannon in the Cup quarter-final. Unfortunately, out we went on penalties. A 2-1 defeat at home to Linfield, again with a much rotated side, before bouncing back with successive away draws against Dungannon, Glenarvan and Carrick Rangers, as the low-scoring games are back. We look much more solid defensively, although we did get beat 1-0 by Ballyclare in the Irish Cup 5th round. A shock, a disappointment. We rested a few okay, but we didn't look like winning at any stage. So only the league to focus on now, and maybe that gives us an advantage. We'll wait and see. But back-to-back home wins in the league to recover as we've won 4 in our last 5 at the Ballymena showgrounds. Coleraine a 2-0 victory, Portadown 2-1. But we're back on the road today, and that's what has me worried. So let's go and get into the first one. We're playing away at Glentoran, and I think we've got just about our strongest possible available 11. I'll go to the tactics screen so you can see it's exactly the same sort of tactical setup. The only difference really, to be honest, as we've got Klukas out with injury, is Gardner comes in for him. He's an advanced playmaker rather than a box-to-box. And we've dropped our tempo very slightly. And we've gone back to balance because that seems to work better on the road. Certainly in terms of not letting goals in. So let's get into the first of the 2 games. Shane McCartan's today's skipper. And it's Glentoran v Ballymena. How are we going to get on? Into the first half we go. Glentoran match up with a 4-2-3-1 as well. I'm guessing they'll be a bit more aggressive going forward. Of course, for Shannon Klukas, it could have been a reunion with the club that sold him in the summer. But it's not to be. He's out injured today. So as we get back again, it's a ball on the right wing for the home side. Smith coming forward here, taking his time on the ball to O'Neill. He's got a chance to cut through the middle, up towards Donnelly. Time on the ball, and he's going to shoot here, and it's into the corner. It's a brilliant finish. The highlight's slightly slower today for some reason, so let's go and correct that. And we'll be back in a moment to see if we can recover. Back with 27 on the clock, it's McCulloch who's taking a corner kick for the hosts. Baumer gets there and clears it downfield to Friel. Back up to normal pace now as McElroy gets it on the left-hand side. I think there'd been an update, which is why. As Maron picks it up and he mops up easily there. Colin clears long downfield and it remains 1-0. They look so comfortable. We've not even had a shot yet and they're dominating the match. As Osho misses his header, Donnelly gets there again. He's got to score from here and he does. He makes no mistake whatsoever. And it's now 2-0 with 10 to the break. It's not something we're coming back from, is it? This is going to be a hefty away defeat. And these guys, why are they down in ninth? They should be much higher up the table. Look how well they're playing. As they pick it up in the middle again with Gorman. O'Neill gets it to Donnelly. Osho wins his challenge and goes long. Friel can chase and he should be able to score from here. He's in one-on-one. He rounds the keeper. Takes it too wide though. Cleared away for a throw-in. It remains 2-0. And at half-time, we're not happy with that result. A really poor performance, a wasted chance. And unfortunately, it's the hosts who lead. Back just after 7 minutes in the second half, and Kane's got the ball at left back, overlapping to Donnelly, into Gorman, and it should have been 3. It's over the bar. But to be honest, it was a great chance. Should have been 3-0 Glentoran. But we're keeping it at 2, and it's been a bit of a disappointing display. But to be honest, we're not getting battered. That's the main thing. As Dowling goes over towards Friel, can we produce a comeback of epic proportions? McElroy crosses, Friel scores! And maybe it is on. 2-1 with an hour on the clock. We'll leave it 10 to let these lads have a chance, and then we'll make subs to try and chase it. Just over 15 to go. We've made the 3 subs. McCartan coming off for a rest and replaced by Miller. Then also at centre-half, Addis on for Osho, who's had a shocker. Probably at fault for both of the goals, in truth. So the corner comes in and headed away. Addis the sub chasing it. And we also brought a McMenamin in, taking off the right winger Kirk Miller. And then McElroy switches as an inside forward. But I don't know if we're going to get something out of this. We'll keep chasing, we'll keep trying. But Glentoran probably deserve the win. Well, into 3 minutes of stoppage time, and it's right in our half, but we've got possession. Over towards Friel. Oh, he's in one-on-one. He was offside as it happens. But that was a great opportunity last minute. If he could have just held his run and then applied the finish, we might have been talking about a snuck late draw. But as it is, it finishes Glentoran 2, Ballymena 1. And on the balance of play, you've got to say they deserve it. So ahead we go. We'll be back for Crusaders in a minute. And how many of these lads are going to be fit? We're back to face leaders Crusaders. No more action in the January window, unfortunately. We're slightly over our wage bill, so it's more getting people out before we can bring in ins. But as it is, we face the league leaders today. And it's the same 11, bar the one change of McMenamin forced for injury. And we'll see if we can get a better result at home, where we've been very strong. So with the injury list piling up, we come at home to Crusaders and we're off and they're down the right wing straight away. Redmond wins it back though. Friel will chase it. Doesn't lead to anything. A bit of territory perhaps, but not the best start to the game. And it's out for a throw on the left. I don't think we've seen the end of the highlight yet. Or have we? We have now. Not the worst start in the world as Declan Cadell gets it to Hegarty. To Wilson. It's all Crusaders here as Jones picks it up. It deflects in. The keeper can't do much about that. It was going straight at him. Nicks off McGrory, flies into the corner. One of those things, isn't it? Crusaders leads. They look like champions-elect at the moment. But let's not get too downhearted. We've won 4 of the last 5 at home. And we're looking pretty good nick aside from that. As McGrory switches the play to McMenamin here. Still only 17 on the clock as Friel picks it up to McElroy. His shot's blocked as far as McCartan. And the defender nicks in to clear it down the left. To Heatley. He's got time on the ball to find Hale. Switch of play goes towards Redmond. He ducks out the way. And it's out for a throw-in. It's not been too bad. We've been the better side. And with no shot on target because of that deflection, Crusaders end up leading. 2 minutes to the break. It's unfortunately Crusaders coming forward again, though we have nicked it in the middle with Dowling. The clearance is poor though, it's blocked to Jones, and thankfully his shot's deflected straight to O'Brien. We got one back there, in terms of luck anyway, but that was not the best clearance in the world as Kennedy picks it up. Back to Wilson at centre half, and Crusaders happy to see out the half. 1-0 at half time they lead. And it's been a performance of champions, to be fair to them. A gritty, determined win despite not being dominant. And let's see if we get a reaction in the second half. While McCartan bibs it from the centre kick, we're straight back to come forward. As Friel goes wide to McMenamin, can we make something happen? Back into Dowling. It'd be a great start after the team talk, as it falls for McCartan in the middle again. Through ball towards Friel. And what a time for the highlight to stop. He was potentially in one-on-one there. But we are back 10 minutes later with Gardner to McCartan. 1-2 with Friel to McElroy. And it's just over the bar. He's cutting in well there and causing trouble. But no goals yet, and that's the big question here, is have we got goals in us still? From scoring 4 or 5 in all the first few games, we just seem to be struggling in front of goal now. Friel's goals have dried up. Kenny Kane off the bench has looked like his attributes. It's been a bit difficult for us, but here's Heatley on the left. Cross block to McGrory, in again, and the goalkeeper does well. Redmond clears downfield, Friel flicks on. But with 25 to go, Crusaders look comfortable. Though we have got the ball on the left here with McMenamin to Dowling. And that's it. No real pressure. Let's go and make some subs. We've got all the way to stoppage time. The 3 subs made precious little difference in truth. Boyle on at right back for McGrory. We've got a yellow card for Hale in the middle here and a chance to just hoof it into the box. He's off for a second yellow, Rory Hale, so maybe a chance if nothing else. In terms of the other subs, Friel replaced by Kane. He was absolutely shattered. And then in the middle, we've also taken off Gardner, who was tired and playing poorly. And we've brought on Miller for him instead. Leroy Miller, that is. As Heatley's got it in the middle of the pitch. Redmond tries to nick it, but it's too late. We lose 1-0 to Crusaders. And they look like champions on that performance. Really solid defensively. Really astute. Good game management, if nothing else. And Crusaders win it 1-0 despite the late red cards. And that drops us into a spot of bother. We're down in 7th place. If we finish on the league table here, we're only 1 point off the top half, but it's now a 4-point gap to 5th. And if we look downwards, it's a 3-point gap to 9th and Glentoran, who beat us in the first game. So not the double header we were looking for there. If we go and have a look at the fixtures, I'll probably go all the way through and just show you the last 2 games of the season, because it sort of looked like it's going towards mid-table mediocrity. So if we're back beforehand tomorrow, you'll know it's something special. But if not, it will be the last of the series. Cliftonville and Larne the opponents again. And fitting that we finish with the side who we had so much success with in FM20. And a professional side who should still be tasting the title. So if you did enjoy this one and you're looking forward to that, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Please do come and check out the live stream series, which starts tomorrow morning at 10:30. It's the one you guys have been voting for on the community page, and I'd love it if you could come and make it interactive and have some fun in the chat for the first one. The head coach and Bangor City are full game series. They continue every day at 3:30 on rotation. But a big thanks for watching this one, your support with the series, your support with this channel and the podcast as well. All of the links to playlists in the eye above, and I'll see you tomorrow for what should be the final one of this Ballymena series.